Hey yo, welcome back to my channel. It is your girl Kai Jana. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being here. Um, I hope you enjoy this video. Today's video is basically going to be me talking about my previous fitness journey, what worked for me, what didn't work for me, what happened, and a few questions that y'all had for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and talk about my experience and answers y'all's questions at the same time. I also have my talking points right here on my phone, so I'm not rambling, and this video has some sort of structure. Back in 2020 during COVID, I had a lot of stuff going on in my personal life, and my home life wasn't the best. It was very stressful. It was very bad for my mental, and my only escape at the time was just eating. And ever since high school, my home life wasn't the best. It wasn't the healthiest. Um, and being talked about because you like to eat or because you're gaining weight is a lie. And growing up in a black family, you know how black families have like certain rules or certain restrictions. You can't do this, you can't do that. And as a teenager, I wanted to do so many things, wanted to go so many places, and I couldn't do that. So now let's fast forward to December. Um, my best friend and his family had invited me to go on a Christmas trip with them. And I'm a homebody. I grew up sheltered, didn't really go out anywhere. And I'm like, hey, I really want to go because I never go anywhere. And I never get anybody that invites me to go anywhere except for my best friend and his family. And during this time, I was also working at Walmart during COVID. So, we're planning the trip, we're making arrangements, we're sending in payments. I done sent my payments in for the trip. I done took off of work. I done did all the stuff I'm supposed to do for the trip. I'm like, hey, I'm going on a trip with my friends, da 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 da. I'll be back after the trip or whatever. And I was basically told like, hey, this is when COVID wasn't like that bad. Like stuff started to ease up a little bit. And she was like, I was told if you go, don't come back because you don't know what them people got, da 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 da. And she was like, I was told you can't be bringing stuff back to my family. And I'm like, oh, okay, all right, whatever. So cool. So I tell my best friend what I was told, and he tells his aunt. Long story short, my best friend was just like, pack your shit. Don't worry about it. Because after Christmas, you won't be going back anyway. I was like, all right, bet, say less. So I do that, and I'm like, okay, I'm going on the Christmas trip, whatever, whatever. Boom. So then we go on the Christmas trip, have fun, blase, blase. I don't go back to the house. I go to my friend's aunt's house. I just call her my aunt. So then I'm with her for a little while, and then I leave Walmart because Carowinds is opening back up, right? So Carowinds had closed down for a while because of COVID, and then they had opened back up, and they called me and they're like, would you be willing to come back? I'm like, okay, cool. And I had went back to Carowinds because they were going to pay me more than what I was making at Walmart, because at Walmart I was making $11, and at Carowinds at the time they were going to pay me $15 because I was a returning employee. Also, they had dorms or like rooms on Carowinds property that employees could stay in so they wouldn't have to travel from far distances to come to work. So I was able to get me a dorm there as well, so I wouldn't have to pay for Ubers and stuff. Um, so then I was like, okay, like at this time, I'm like, I'm out of the house. My mental is starting to get better. I can basically decide to do what I want to do for myself by myself, and nobody can tell me what I can and can't do. So, then I'm like, okay, I'm like, I get tired of looking like this. I need to do something about it. It's very uncomfortable. I don't like it. So let's do something about it. So, um, one day I go on this app. It was called Lessons, I think it was, where you could find professionals that like help you do stuff. And I have found this trainer on there. His name was Greg. He was a white guy, and he was like, I am qualified to train people with CP, and CP is cerebral palsy. Just in case you didn't know, that's what I have. So I went to him like a consultation workout. He was a nice person, but I just couldn't get with it. And the prices of his sessions, I was like, yeah, I'm not finna pay that. And then um he also like tried to get me to like sign up for a certain number of sessions. He tried to get me to sign up for a meal plan, blase blase. And I think all of that would have been like $400 or $500. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing that. So the next day, um, I went back on the app and I looked again. I was like, I need I need somebody like me. I need one of my folks. You know what I'm saying? So I looking, and I see my trainer, Mark, and I was like, ooh, let's do that. So I'm like, okay. I send him like a message or whatever. I'm like, hey, looking for a trainer, blase blase. I tried a trainer before you, but it didn't work out for me. And I was like, I would like to like book a consultation to see how it will work out or whatever. And I was like, just so you know, FYI, I have CP. And so then we got off the app because on the app, the person that you're trying to talk to has to pay to continue to talk to you. So we exchanged numbers and then we just talked through text or whatever. And he was like, okay, we'll meet here at the gym. And at the time, we were going to Anytime Fitness. We meet at the gym. My trainer didn't know how to train someone with CP. So he did his research. I filled out the little form, like your weight, what you eat, like if you got any medications you're taking, or like what are your goals, or blase blase, what are your abilities, what can't you do, all that jazz. So I filled out that paperwork, and I started my fitness journey like after Thanksgiving. We took pictures, and I was like, I don't look good in these pictures at all. So I was like, I gotta do something about it. So come January of the new year, I was like, yeah, let's get on it. So then at the consultation training session with my trainer, I was like, I had already stopped drinking soda. So after the day after Thanksgiving, I stopped drinking soda all the way up until my consultation session with my trainer. And so he was like, yeah, that's good. He basically told me what I needed to like eat, how much I needed to eat, what I needed to stay away from, and what would be best for me. So I basically followed all the rules that he gave me. was in a calorie deficit. I basically reduced the amount of calories that I eat in a day, but the calories that I was eating was like good calories. I got rid of all the bad calories. Why did I decide to lose weight? So I decided to lose weight because basically I was tired of looking the way that I was looking, and I was tired of family commenting on my weight even though they don't even look they best. Like, how you gonna talk about me but you also look a mess? Like, get the fuck out of here for real. Um, so that's what motivated me. And also, like, all the cute clothes is made in smaller sizes. Like, they don't make cute clothes for people that need to wear bigger sizes unless you're willing to pay extra money. And who's willing to do that? Not me. So yeah. And my haters was my biggest motivator. What was I eating? I was I was eating lots of protein. I was eating vegetables. I was eating lots of chicken. I was eating lots of fruit, protein shakes, lots of water, and all that jazz. Cause I was eating like grilled chicken, salads, the little salad kits you get from Walmart. And then when I went on break at my job, I had salads or a grilled chicken sandwich with fruit. I had protein shakes. I had applesauce. I'm telling you, you need a ton of vegetables because vegetables can be very filling. You need a ton of vegetables. Don't be scared of your vegetables. You need good carbs. You need potatoes. You need rice. You need all the good carbs. But you don't need like bread and candy and sweets and pop and all that stuff. You don't need that. Oh, also I was drinking Powerade water. I love coffee, so I still need coffee. And I was also drinking a detox tea at the time. That tea really, really works. Like, I'm telling you, it works miracles. And I was taking that tea faithfully. Um, but when taking that tea, you gotta make sure that you drink a lot of water before you take it, a lot of water after you take it, so that your stomach don't hurt or it start cramping. Because if you don't drink enough water before or after taking the tea, your stomach is going to hurt. And if you got a menstrual cycle, you know what cramps feel like. Just multiply that feeling a couple, maybe even 3 times. And that's what your stomach gonna feel like. What workouts did I do? Okay, so what I was doing was I was working out with my trainer twice a week for 40 to 45 minutes. And then I was walking every day on the days that I wasn't training with him. I was literally walking every day because it was only a little distance from the dorm room to my work location. So I was basically walking to work every day, getting in steps every day. And then when I would leave work or it was time for me to get off, I would just walk from work back to my dorm. So I was literally getting in cardio, getting in my steps every day without even having to think about it. But while I was training with my trainer, we would do a lot of exercises. I don't remember like the names of the exercises and stuff, but we did a lot of weightlifting. We did squats. We did the little bar thing, the little whatever it's called. We did pull-ups, we did slam ball, we did the plank, we did push-up, everything. Before I lost the weight, I was 160, and then In March of the following year, I got down to 120. November of 2019, I was 160 pounds. And then in March of the next year, I got down to 120 pounds. I always had a waist trainer, kept my waist trainer on. Anytime that I wasn't going to work or wasn't working out with my trainer, I had my waist trainer on. I was taking supplements like the detox tea. I was taking my daily vitamins. Um, I was taking a fat burner, like it helps you burn more calories. Um, I took those before I went on a walk or before I went to work out so I could burn even more calories. Lost 40 pounds the first go round during my first fitness journey. My biggest challenges were I'm like, I'm doing this all by myself. Like, this is hard. Like, this is my first time doing it. I don't know if I'm doing this right. I'm like, is this really worth it? And then there was times where like I really wanted like certain foods, like I really wanted barbecue, or I really wanted fried chicken, or I really wanted a homemade meal, and I'm like, no, I can't do it. I can't. Da, 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 da. I can't do it. But sometimes I would just cheat and be like, I'll make up for it later and eat something that I really wanted, and then just go 10 times harder for the next week or whatever to just make up for what I ate. During my first fitness journey, I didn't really take a lot of pictures because I didn't like the way I looked. So I was like, I'm not taking a picture to remember this. But my trainer was like, you need to track your progress, and photo and video is the best way to do that. And once other people that used to comment on how big I had gotten started commenting on like how small I had gotten, or how good I looked, or how skinny I had gotten, I was like, okay, now I can truly believe like what's being said to me. And like after workouts, I would be sore, I would be tired, I'd be like sweaty, but I'm like, in the end, this is going to be worth it. Motivated because like once I started seeing the difference in the pictures or the videos that I was taking, or that my trainer was taking, or my trainer would post a video of me on his page or whatever, and people would comment how good I was looking, or I would see people at work and they're like, oh my god, you look so good, like you're getting so toned, so fit, like you have muscles now, blah blah blah. And like I even had people tell me now, like during that time, they were like, you look like you could knock a bitch out, da 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 da. And I'm like, look, okay, like what I'm doing is working and people are noticing. And then one day I had went back to the house that I had left, just to, I don't even remember why I went. And who kicked me out, she was like, ooh, look at you. You done got all these muscles, da 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 da. You done lost all this weight. She was like, don't get too skinny. Like, bitch, excuse me? First, you're going to talk about my weight. You're going to talk about me being too big. But now that I'm no longer in your house, my mental is in a better state. I got muscles. I done dropped 40 pounds. I'm back in a size, like, at that time, I was in a size, I think 10 jeans, or 10 or 12 jeans. And she was like, you done dropped all this weight, your waist is disappearing, da 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 da. She's like, don't get too small, you gonna disappear. And I'm like, now, like, I'm thinking in my head, like, now you gonna sit here and tell me don't get too small after you done talked about me my whole life? Like, excuse the fuck out of me, lady. Like, let's be so for real. Like, for real, let's be so for real. What was the hardest part? What workouts did you do? Did you follow a specific diet? Once I started it, and realized how easy it was. It wasn't really hard anymore, and it wasn't hard for me to stay consistent because I was seeing results, and so were other people. So once I started it and started seeing results, it was no longer hard for me. All of my workouts are basically a full body workout. I work my upper body and I work my lower body at the same time in some sort of way. Um, for as far as the calorie, as far as the diet, I basically just followed a calorie deficit, just basically reducing the bad carbs in my diet and increasing the good carbs, protein, and fiber. What is your advice for beginners? Okay, for beginners, if you're doing this journey on your own, don't let nobody discourage you from doing what you think is best for you. Don't let nobody discourage you from you trying to achieve the look that you think is for you unless it is harming you medically. You need to be in a size 12 and you're in a size 16 right now. Do what you need to do. Lock in and do what the fuck you need to do. Um Make sure you control your portion sizes. Try to eliminate or reduce the bad sugar if you can. Try to follow a calorie deficit. Um, and the results will show and your work will be worth it in the end. Am I currently trying to lose weight? Yes, I am currently trying to lose weight. So as of June 2026, I weighed 150 and my goal is to get down to 120, and I currently wear a men's large. I'm trying to get back down to a men's medium because I like shopping in the men's section when it comes to like their graphic tees and stuff. So that's my goal, and I have a lot of like graphic tees in my closet that I haven't been able to wear for ages, and I want to be able to wear them out comfortably. And I have old jeans in my closet that I haven't worn, and I would love to wear them out. And I just want to be happy, and I just want my mental to be in a better space, and I know that working out and losing weight will do that for me. And I want to be able to go out with friends or ask my friends to go out with me and be comfortable and be happy to go out. So once I lose this weight, I'm keeping it off this time. I'm not fucking around. Working out is a lifestyle. Working out is something you can't start and not finished. And the only reason I stopped working out during that time was because of some financial stuff that I had going on. But if I didn't have my own stuff going on, I definitely wouldn't have stopped working out. But working out is something that you just can't give up on unless you got like a medical diagnosis. Just please believe in yourself. Keep going. Don't believe what other people are telling you because they're going to be some haters anyway. And like they say, if you don't got haters, then you're not doing something right. You guys enjoyed this raw and honest video. Please leave me a comment down below. If you've ever been on a weight loss journey or you're starting your weight loss journey, let's talk about it in the comments. Also, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, K Crew. Both gotta keep it honest, that's just a game, people that play.